Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 personal favorite Woody Harrelson movies. Yes, to celebrate the movie that's coming out this week, which I actually just reviewed for you guys. Check that video out. Yes, the movie Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, again, a movie I just reviewed, is coming up this Friday, and I thought I'd celebrate that movie by giving my top 10 personal favorite Woody Harrelson movies. Yes, I was going to do Frances McDormand, but I'm going to do that list another time. I wanted to talk about Woody Harrelson, because I love Woody Harrelson. I think he's a fantastic actor. He's got so much range, he's got so much depth, he brings so much charisma to a lot of the characters he plays in his films, and yeah, he's got a lot of great films, and he plays so many great characters in those films, and it was a very difficult top 10 list to make, but I managed to do it, and let's get to it. That rhymed. Anyway, this is my top 10 personal favorite Woody Harrelson movies. Alright, let's get to it. And for top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions are White Man Can't Jump, Friends with Benefits, Rampart, Wag the Dog, A Scanner Darkly, A Prairie Home Companion, and Kingpin. All really great films. Just give me the top 10 list, but what did my 10 was my number 10. And my number 10 is the movie Zombieland. Zombieland is hands down one of the best zombie comedies ever made. It's not quite there with Shaun of the Dead. No, Shaun of the Dead's a little funnier, but this is still a really funny, very enjoyable film. Woody Harrelson steals the film as Tallahassee, one of the best zombie killers out there. What do you think? Zombie kill of the week? I want my candy back, like he always said. And all he wants is a Twinkie. That's all he wants throughout the whole film, is to get a Twinkie, because he hates fucking snowballs. I hate coconut, not the taste, the consistency. I love his character in this film. I think he's so funny and so badass. I love all the side characters. I love Columbus, played by Jesse Eisenberg, Little Rock, played by Abigail Breslin, Wichita, played by Emma Stone, Bill fucking Murray. One of the best cameos ever. He is so friggin' enjoyable in this film. This film has a lot of great zombie kills, a really badass opening with the Metallica song. It's got a lot of funny jokes. The ending climax when they're all in an amusement park fighting zombies is just awesome. Everything about Zombieland is just so great. If Shaun of the Dead didn't exist, this would be the best zombie comedy, horror comedy out there. But yeah, it's runner-up as the second best zombie comedy ever made. But hey, that's an accomplishment as well. But yeah, Zombieland, amazing film, one of my favorites. Coming in at number 9 is The Edge of 17. The Edge of 17, yes, this is a Haley Steinfeld film, but still Woody Harrelson's in the movie as the teacher. He's fantastic in this film, actually. I was kind of rooting if he maybe get a supporting actor nomination for this role. He didn't. Yes, this movie, again, is more of Haley Steinfeld's film because it's about her. It's about the character Nadine in her life in high school and stuff, with her best and only friend, starts dating her brother, then their friendship gets basically ruined and stuff, and basically she's just kind of a loner, and basically her only friend is Woody Harrelson, the teacher, her history teacher. And yeah, their relationship in this film is the best. It is so funny. Their friendship is really enjoyable. This student-teacher relationship is absolutely hilarious. What he does for at the end of the film is also really enjoyable. Very nice, very sweet and stuff. And when you learn more about his character, the more interesting his character is. And yeah, he can come off a bit unlikable at times, but he's just more to the point and very real. And yeah, I absolutely adore Woody Harrelson in this film. He is probably the funniest person in this whole movie. But yeah, Haley Steinfeld gives the better performance, and again, it is her film. The film itself is amazing, definitely one of my favorites of last year, and yeah, Woody Harrelson just adds to the awesomeness that is The Edge of 17. Coming number 8 is the Hunger Games movies. Yes, the Hunger Games movies, all 5 of them. Is it 5? No, it's 4. I said 5. Yeah, all 4. Yes, Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, 4 films. He's in this movie as Haymitch Abernathy, probably my favorite character in all the Hunger Games films. I absolutely love his character. Yes. I can't even whistle right now. Yes, I'm usually a pretty good whistler, but not today. Yeah, I love this film. I love these movies. These are YA movies. Yes, they have sort of a love-hate kind of thing. Mostly people love Catching Fire, but the whole franchise as a whole, not a lot of people like them. I love every Hunger Games movie. I think the first one's good. Catching Fire is the best. Mockingjay Part 1 is very underrated, and Part 2 was a good climax. And again, all the performances and all the great characters in this film. Yes, Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Elizabeth Banks, Liam Hemsworth, Lenny Kravitz, Donald Sutherland, all fantastic in this film. But Woody Harrelson, I think, steals all these films. He's the best character and the most interesting character. But he plays this drunk who survived the Hunger Games a very long time ago, and basically he has to coach the people from District 12, which is Katniss and Pia. And basically has to, teach them the ways of the Hunger Games and stuff, how to survive and stuff. You gotta get people to like you. You gotta get those sponsors. And yeah, this franchise as a whole, I think, is a very good franchise. And some people, again, don't like it, but I really enjoy the Hunger Games films. And yeah, I love Woody Harrelson as Haymitch. One of my favorite characters he plays. And yeah, great films. Coming number 7 is Seven Psychopaths. Yes, Seven Psychopaths is a fantastic film written and directed by Martin McDuff. Yes, not quite there as In Bruges, but still a great film, a great comedy, great action sort of comedy film. I love it. Woody Harrelson is in this movie as the villain. He's fantastic. He just wants his dog back. That's all he wants. And he wants it back from Christopher Walken, Colin Farrell, and Sam Rockwell. All fantastic in this movie. I love everything about Seven Psychopaths. I love the little stories Colin Farrell tells about all these fictional psychopaths that he's writing about. And then you find out one of the stories is not a fictional story. And yeah, I love that Woody Harrelson plays the villain. He's after these guys. He took his dog. Sam Rockwell steals people's dogs and gets the money for it. Very interesting, very weird stuff. And yeah, I absolutely love this film. I love the comedy. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about these characters. It's got a great climax. It's very dark. It's very raw. It's very funny. Absolutely love it. Coming number 6 is Trans-Siberian. Yes, Trans-Siberian is a very overlooked, very independent film, a film that no one has ever seen. Most of the time when I talk about this movie, no one has ever heard of this film, and I'm going to keep it very hush-hush. All I gotta say is check this one out. This is a fantastic film. Basically, it's about this couple, husband and wife. They're traveling, and they get into something that they shouldn't have. They get into a string of murders and stuff, and it becomes this very edgy mystery thriller. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It's a fantastic performance by Woody Harrelson. The whole cast is fantastic. It's a very intense film. It's got an amazing climax. And it's just so well structured and a very well executed film, and just check it out. I'm being very hush-hush about this movie. The less you know about this film, the better it is. So check Trans-Siberian out. It's an amazing film. One of the best Woody Harrelson films. Coming number 5 is a movie I just reviewed, yes, and that is 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Yes, I'll leave a link down below to my review. I just did a review of that movie, and I really enjoyed the shit out of it. It's it's definitely in the top Martin McDuff movies, even though he's only got 3 films. And I don't know, I think it might be just a tad better than Seven Psychopaths. It's not quite there on the level as In Bruges, but still a great dark comedy with great performances. Frances McDormand, Sam Rockwell, Peter Dinklage, John Hawkes, and of course Woody Harrelson himself as the sheriff. Everything about that movie is amazing. Check my review out. You'll see how much I love it. Coming number 4 is No Country for Old Men. Yes, No Country for Old Men, an amazing film written and directed by the Coen brothers themselves, Joel and Ethan. I absolutely adore this film. This is a great postmodern film. This is a great postmodern Western film. I absolutely love this film. Yes, Anton Chigurh, one of the great villains of our times, played amazingly by Javier Bardem. Tommy Lee Jones, Josh Brolin are both fantastic. Woody Harrelson is a supporting role in this film as this bounty hunter who's basically after Anton Chigurh, who also very much fears Anton Chigurh. And yeah, he's not the lead in this. He's not like Javier Bardem, Josh Brolin, or Tommy Lee Jones, but he's still in the film and he does give a great performance. This is a Coen Brothers movie, so you're obviously going to get a really intense, great story with great cinematography, amazing characters, and of course, a climax that you'll be talking about for the ages. This is such a great film. Definitely one of my favorite Coen Brothers movies, not the best, but it is one of the best. It won Best Picture, it won the Coen Brothers their Best Director and Screenplay win, which was very much deserved because this movie is absolutely incredible. It's so intense, so raw, so gritty, so dark, so disturbing. Again, an amazing villain, and Woody Harrelson just adds to the brilliant cast that it already has. No Country for Old Men, one of the best. Coming number 3 is War for the Planet of the Apes. Yes, War. Yes, right there, guy, right there. War for the Planet of the Apes. Definitely one of my favorite films of this year. This is top 3 best films of this year so far. Hopefully, it stays in the top 5. This movie will definitely be on my top 10 best of the year. Yes, top 10 best of the year list for damn sure. Hopefully, it stays in the top 3 because it's in the top 3 as of now. And yeah, I love this film. Andy Serkis as Caesar, once again, is amazing. A CGI performance can be just so powerful, so gripping and stuff. This just proves to you that a CGI motion capture performance can be just as good as a normal performance. Andy Serkis is amazing. The way Caesar's story ends is absolutely brilliant and very emotional. I love Woody Harrelson in this movie too. He plays the villain in this movie. He's the colonel, and basically, you think he's the most despicable piece of shit human being ever, but you understand why he's doing the bad things he is doing. Because of this virus, it's making all the humans, like, stupid and primitive, and basically the apes are basically going to rule the entire world, and humans are going to be like how apes used to be. Very primitive, very unintelligent beings, and basically, Woody Harrelson is doing all these things so he can save the human race. He's trying to save his species. And yeah, he's doing a lot of bad things and despicable things, obviously, but you understand why he's doing it. And Woody Harrelson plays an amazing role in this film. He is so freaking fantastic. His dynamics with Caesar is absolutely amazing, yeah. And this film is amazing. Matt Reeves' direction, the CGI, cinematography, the action scenes, the climax, everything about War for the Planet of the Apes is amazing. One of the best films of this year so far, and one of the best Woody Harrelson performances. Coming number 2 is The People vs. Larry Flynt. Yes, this is a damn great film, yes. I think War for the Planet of the Apes is a better film, so same with No Country for Old Men. I think those are better movies than The People vs. Larry Flynt, but I just think Woody Harrelson is better in this film. I think his performance is better, and he's more of an important and very crucial role in this film because he plays Larry Flynt himself. He's the king of Playboy himself. This is a really great film. This is a great character study, a very insightful look about this industry, about Playboy and stuff. It's a great courtroom drama. It's also a great dark comedy. And it's just a great biopic. It's just an all-around great film. It's a very well-directed film. It's a very well-acted film. The whole cast is fantastic. But most importantly, Woody Harrelson as Larry Flynt. He's absolutely fantastic. And the film itself, again, is not as good as his other films that are on this top 10 list. But it's just his role and just the way Woody Harrelson plays the character. He should have been nominated for an Academy Award. He's absolutely fantastic in this film, and I think he carries this film. This film itself is still a really well-written film and a very tightly structured film with really a lot of great things and a lot of great technical aspects in it, but Woody Harrelson really makes this film, and his performance and his character really make the film an enjoyable watch, and that's why it's number 2 for me. And my number 1 favorite Woody Harrelson movie is The Messenger. Yes, The Messenger is a very weird choice, and I think this movie is so overlooked, so underrated, and I think this is hands down the best performance I've ever seen Woody Harrelson give in a film. And again, he's not the lead role. Ben Foster is the lead role in this film, and if you haven't seen this film yet, please check it out. It is an amazing watch. This is an incredible film. It's a fantastic film. It's a very bleak film and a bit depressing and a little too dark, but it's so good. Basically, it's about these soldiers, Woody Harrelson and Ben Foster, and their job is to, after they come back from war, their job is to go to people's houses and say that these people's loved ones have been killed while they're shipped off in war. Yes, they basically have to go to all these soldiers that have died. They have to go to all their families and say to their families that their son or husband or daughter or whoever has passed away. Yeah, basically think of Up in the Air, but much darker, because Up in the Air is about George Clooney traveling around firing people. This one is about them traveling around saying that these people's loved ones are dead because of the war. So it's a very darker film. It's a very bleak film and a very emotional film, but it is so riveting, so compelling, so well directed, amazingly written. The dialogue, these characters, everything, the story, how it is structured and stuff is absolutely brilliant. Ben Foster is fantastic. Woody Harrelson steals this film. He is amazing. His backstory is so tragic, so interesting. His chemistry with Ben Foster is fantastic. I love both these characters. I love how he teaches Ben Foster how to properly do this, job, and how to actually tell people how they lost their loved ones and stuff, and you gotta be sympathetic, but you can't be too sympathetic. You have to be very stern and stuff, because you're not there to comfort them, you're just there to deliver a message. And it's a fascinating, interesting character study of a film. I absolutely adore this film. This is a damn great film, and a very underrated, very overlooked film. And again, it's the best performance I've ever seen Woody Harrelson give. I think he was nominated for supporting actor for this movie. Very much deserved. He probably should have won it. He is amazing in this film. The film itself is so well done, and if you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. It is an amazing film. It's a bit morbid, but definitely check it out. If you're in a good mood, check it out, because it might damage your good mood, but yeah, definitely check this one out. It is hands down one of the best films I've seen Woody Harrelson in. It's the best performance I've ever seen him give in a film, and yeah, it's my number one. So yeah, that was my top 10 personal favorite Woody Harrelson movies. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this top 10 list? If not, give me your top 10 personal favorite Woody Harrelson movies in your opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always with this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.